You're watching ABC7 News at 5:30.
Welcome back. As he prepares for the home stretch of midterm campaign blitz, President Trump has zeroed in on immigration to motivate Republicans, especially in some crucial border state races.
Karen Kaifa tells us about his controversial promise regarding the idea of birthright citizenship that's in direct conflict with the Constitution.
President Trump says he'll use an executive order to end the right to citizenship for children born to non-citizens and undocumented immigrants on U.S. soil.
A person comes in, has a baby, and the baby is essentially a citizen of the United States for 85 years with all of those benefits. It's ridiculous.
Such a proposal would face immediate legal challenges. The 14th Amendment of the Constitution says all persons born in the U.S. are citizens of the U.S. The president's comments came in an interview with Axios released Tuesday, 1 week before Election Day, as he seizes on immigration in closing arguments to voters. On Monday, the White House announced the deployment of 5,200 troops to the border with Mexico, as thousands of Central American migrants make their way toward the U.S.
The president's simply determined to make sure that we got the manpower on the border to provide the support as appropriate to the Border Patrol, to continue to harden our border to ensure that the people that are applying into our country are doing so through ports of entry and under the color of the law.
While Trump believes the issue will energize the GOP in border states with key Senate races, others say it could alienate moderate Republicans in key suburban House races.
We've put more money into veterans care, NIH funding, battling the opiate epidemic. We should be talking about those issues, and we should be reminding voters of the positive things that we have done, not doing this, doom and gloom immigration stuff.
On Wednesday, the president kicks off a stretch of 11 rallies in 6 days. In Washington, I'm Karen Kaifa.
With a week to go before Election Day, more than 3 million voters have already cast ballots here in Florida. New numbers released today by the Division of Elections show more than 1.2 million people have voted early and another 1.8 million have voted by mail. Of the 13 million registered voters in Florida, nearly 1.3 million Republican voters have cast ballots early compared to 1.2 million Democrats. And 500,000 voters with no party affiliation have also cast ballots early.
Manatee County Area Transit will be offering free fixed route bus service on Election Day, which is Tuesday, November 6th. The offer includes the MCAT Route 99 buses that travel into Sarasota County. Handy Bus clients can also ride for free if traveling to or from a designated polling location and presenting a valid voter ID card. Uber or Lyft will also be offering free rides to the polls. The Uber app will have a Get to the Polls button on the day of to help voters quickly find their polling place.
Well, let's get over to Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan now. He's keeping track of our first alert weather today. Bob?
And today looking pretty good too, albeit a little bit warmer than average. We still saw that low humidity around Lakewood Ranch. Webcam showing just a few fair weather cumulus clouds. You can see coming in from the east, basically. There they are, and there's not much to them. We're not anticipating any rainfall over the upcoming couple of days at least, and then by Friday things start to change a little bit. And speaking of voting, we could see a few showers on Tuesday, but it shouldn't be enough to cause any concerns of getting to the polls. There are 84 degrees right now. The humidity, that's what the number is, so nice. 43%. We have an east wind at 6. Pressure's way up there, and the dew point temperature is actually at a comfortable range at 59. And the evening planner looks to be pretty good. Just a few clouds at 8 and clear skies at 11 o'clock. And 69 degrees the expected temperature by 11 tonight. Low temperatures will be in the low 60s, pretty typical for this time of year. Titan radar depicting no rainfall to be found across the southeast United States as that big area of high pressure dominates there. And some of the showers riding that ridge to the north into Michigan, stretching off to northwest Illinois, all the way down into the plain states. This is the storm system that's going to bring us some changes, and those changes will occur on Friday and cool us down a little bit for the weekend. We'll have more on this and what it means as far as rain chances go coming up in just a couple of minutes. Back to you.
Bob, thank you. Sailors from around the world are gathered in Sarasota to compete for the title of World Champion through the World Sailing Organization, but none of them brought or set foot on an actual boat.
ABC7's Jackie Kelly is at the Van Wezel right now, where that indoor competition took place. Now, Jackie, can you tell us what all this is about?
Scott, Jacqueline, these sailors didn't use rudders or jibs. They used cell phones and computers to compete in the first ever e-sailing competition. After months of competition with over 160,000 people around the world, 8 finalists showed up in Sarasota to compete at the 2018 Annual World Sailing Conference in hopes to be named the e-sailing world champ. World Sailing Communications Manager Daniel Smith says the company teamed up with Virtual Regatta to create this game and grow the sailing community.
We're using the game to try and connect to the younger generation, trying to educate them on the sport and then trying to turn them into real-life sailors.
And because anyone can play through an electronic device, more people are exposed to the sport.
There is a perception that sailing can be quite expensive, so this kind of breaks down the barriers, and anytime, any place, you hop on your phone and you're sailing.
Smith says the game allows people to learn more about sailing.
On the game, there's a sailing school, and that kind of takes you through the intricacies of the sport. So you learn how to tack, you learn how to jibe.
And while some skills are transferable from the game to the water, finalist Matthew Blakey says the virtual game takes more brain power.
It's a lot more strategic rather than just going fast. And on the computer, all the boats are exactly the same, so it's all up here and not so much who's the fastest, but who's the smartest, and sometimes who's the luckiest.
But Blakey says the game has taken him to a level of success that he's never been able to reach before.
I've always competed and gone to various world championships in different places around the world, but I never really got right to the top. So this will be my, my best world championship finish, somewhere in the top 8.
While event organizers say they hope this game grows, they say that this isn't the future of sailing, just a way to get more people involved with the real-life sport. Reporting live in Sarasota, Jackie Kelly, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Jackie, thank you. Well, we are just one day shy of Halloween, and as you prepare your young ones for the holiday, local law enforcement will be doing their part to keep your family safe. The Manatee County Sheriff's Office says there will be deputies keeping an eye on the road for drunk drivers, and deputies will also be working to keep trick-or-treaters safe from sexual offenders across the county.
In an effort to make it a safer Halloween for everybody, we have deputies that are knocking on doors. We're going to the doors of the known sexual offenders who are registered in Manatee County. Those that are on probation, they all have different cases. We walk up to the door, we make contact with them, and we're reminding them, we don't want to see Halloween decorations here on your house or you sitting on your front porch. This is a direct violation of their probation.
Well, registered sex offenders found violating parole by luring trick-or-treaters with candy or those appealing yard decor will be arrested. Parents can avoid knocking on doors they shouldn't by downloading the Sheriff's Office app. It will break down where all the registered sexual offenders do live.
Tomorrow night, Thriller is returning to St. Armand's Circle in Sarasota for Fright Night. Sarasota High School's drama department will be getting zombified, performing Michael Jackson's Thriller dance. There will also be haunted storefronts, trick-or-treating around the circle for kids. The spooks start at 6 and then it all ends at 8:30. You can also bring your little ones to trick-or-treat on Siesta Key. Merchants in Siesta Village, as well as on the South Siesta Key, will be participating. Just look for those displaying festive balloons. Those festivities begin at 3 and then end at 6.
I went to that event out on St. Armand's Circle last year, and it was outstanding. I was so impressed with them.
They're really good.
Yeah,
they do it every year. Still to come in your Suncoast News, why the CDC's handling of polio-like illness is being criticized by its own advisors.
Now, a group of mothers whose kids were struck by the disease are speaking out. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Reorganizing a space in your home? Save up to 15% on our premium finishes during the California Closets Autumn Upgrade event. Contact us today for a free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Where to go and what to do in Birmingham, Alabama. Personalized just for you. Find your sweet spots at alabama.travel/sweetspot.
Get more for your money at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Subaru vehicles hold their value better than any other brand for 2018, according to ALG. And Subaru is Kelley Blue Book's most trusted brand for 4 years running. The Subaru Impreza is an IIHS top safety pick for 11 years running. Lease a new Subaru Impreza today for just $182 a month, or get 0% financing with 0 down. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Enjoy fine wine and great foods, all while supporting a great cause. It's the 17th annual Suncoast Food and Wine Fest, happening Saturday, November 10th from 1 to 4 p.m. at the Premier Sports Campus in Lakewood Ranch. Taste hundreds of wines from around the world and sample great food from the area's finest restaurants. All proceeds go to local charities and Rotary projects. For tickets and information, visit suncoastfoodandwinefest.com.
This is an important message for anyone with Medicare. You may be eligible for an all-in-one Medicare plan that combines hospital, medical, and prescription drug coverage together with extra benefits that may include dental, vision, hearing aids, and much more. Some of these plans have a $0 monthly premium regardless of your income. That's right. For one low plan premium, or in some cases a $0 premium, you may be able to get coverage for your hospital visits, doctor appointments, prescription drugs, routine dental care, eyeglasses and contact lenses, hearing aids, and possibly more. Today may be the first time you've heard about this type of Medicare plan. The advisors at the Medicare.com helpline are licensed insurance agents who will explain more when you call. Call now to see if you qualify. Call the number on your screen now. Call now to see if you qualify for these benefits. You worked hard for your Medicare. Now is the time for your Medicare to work hard for you. Not affiliated with or acting on behalf of any government agency or program.
Your last chance for 2018 Honda Accords on sale is now during our model year-end sale. Drive new Accords for just $249 a month. Get an Accord, the North American car of the year, for less than the competition. With more standard features than Camry, Honda Sensing, multi-angle camera, turbocharged engine, and more. New Accords, just $249 a month. Your last chance for Accords, all on sale this week at your local Honda dealer.
Reorganizing a space in your home? Save up to 15% on our premium finishes during the California Closets Autumn Upgrade event. Contact us today for a free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
A polio-like disease has struck hundreds of children over the past 6 years, but now the CDC's own medical advisors are criticizing the federal health agency for being slow to respond. CNN's Elizabeth Cohen sat down with a group of mothers whose children were struck by that paralyzing disease.
They arrived one by one to this home in Albany, Oregon.
I love you!
These mothers and their children suddenly struck by a paralyzing polio-like disease.
29, 30. Tag!
You ladies drove hours and hours to get here. Why did you do that?
Mackenzie's going to have a surgery here in the next couple of days. That's a little bit scary. And it was time for us to come together to show her how much we love her and how we're going to do whatever it takes to make sure that this doesn't happen to another little girl.
Part of that is to give a message to the Centers for Disease Control about acute flaccid myelitis, or AFM.
If you could give the CDC a grade for how they've handled AFM, what grade would you give them?
F.
Failure.
They haven't handled it. They're still not handling it.
These moms say the CDC hasn't done enough to let emergency rooms know the signs of AFM, such as suddenly weakened or paralyzed arms or legs. And children, they say, are losing valuable time in getting treatment.
How many of you were sent home from the emergency room? All of you. You brought your paralyzed children into the emergency room.
And were sent home.
3 times I was sent home.
Yes, twice we were sent home.
I was told to bring him back in 4 days if he wasn't better. In 4 days, his diaphragm had stopped working and he would have died.
Declining an on-camera interview, a CDC doctor got on the phone with us and said the messaging about AFM could be more effective.
The message isn't getting everywhere it needs to, and so we need to work harder at this.
And the CDC's own medical advisors say the agency has had some missteps.
We feel that their potential is tremendous as an institution. The CDC is not rising to its potential in this particular case. We feel that they're not playing their A game on this.
Dr. Van Haren and other CDC advisors tell CNN that the agency has been hesitant to focus research efforts on the particular virus they say evidence indicates is the cause of AFM. But the CDC says
this is a mystery so far, and we haven't solved it yet, so we have to be thinking broadly.
Back at Mackenzie's Halloween party,
I can't believe this is happening. It's crazy how much people come together just to help one girl.
these families wish Mackenzie well in her surgery this week to deal with a complication of AFM.
There you go, Cammie. You got it, Cammie. So close.
And they hope the CDC moves fast so no other children become paralyzed. Elizabeth Cohen, CNN, Albany, Oregon.
Funding is approved for a national health database designed to keep track of people living with neurological conditions. This could mean better research opportunities to help those living with Parkinson's disease and multiple sclerosis. Countries around the world are using national health databases for research in MS. These registries are helpful for studying diseases and their symptoms in large populations.
7 First Alert Weather Forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan.
Good afternoon, everyone. Casey Key Beach Cam showing a beautiful day today out on the area beaches. Some workers doing some things there, but the seas are remaining less than 2 feet with that nice east wind, too. And should be a gorgeous sunset tonight. Send those photos to Pix, P-I-X, at mysuncoast.com. So a warm and muggy Halloween. It'll be a little bit warmer than we've seen over the past couple of nights. But good news is it's going to be rain-free. Showers are going to move in on Friday, and there's a small chance for an isolated thunderstorm on Friday with the passage of a cold front. Look for a cooler weekend, but just for a short period of time, because the cold front that moves through and brings us rain on Friday and early Saturday will actually move back northward as a warm front on Sunday afternoon and bring with it a slight chance for a few showers as it develops and starts to move northward. Right now, no fronts around at all, just a big dome of high pressure which continues to bring us that easterly wind. It's going to become more southeasterly, looks like on in through Wednesday afternoon. That will start to bring a little bit more humidity. Temperatures will still be about 4 to 6 degrees above average tomorrow, just as they were today. High temperatures were into the mid 80s to upper 80s across the region, although it didn't feel that bad because of all the dry air in place. That dry air is thinning out, and at the surface we are starting to see a return to some moisture. Evening planner looks good. We'll see clear skies, temperature of 70 degrees by 11 o'clock tonight. And as I said, the high pressure ridge will slip off to the east. You'll see it right there. This is the big dome of high pressure, which is going to be forcing Oscar out to the open waters of the Atlantic, too. That storm is now down to a Category 1 hurricane. On Thursday evening, you'll start to see the storms approach the panhandle of Florida. And we'll see a little bit increase in moisture here in terms of humidity. And then by Friday afternoon, showers, and there's a slight chance for an isolated thunderstorm will move through. By 3 o'clock in the morning, still there's a chance for a few showers around along the coast, even into just after sunrise. But I think by the midday, we'll see generally partly cloudy skies, and temperatures a little bit cooler. Will be breezy too, so boaters beware. And then notice what happens on Sunday. Here's the cold front. It kind of hangs down south, and it works its way back more, northward as a warm front kind of attaches itself to that area of low pressure moving out. And that'll bring us a chance for a few showers on in through Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening. And then again, we'll have a chance for some showers late on Tuesday. Not much. There's not a big chance for rainfall, but the GOES satellite imagery showing Oscar still spinning out there, being beat up by some winds out of the west. Some pretty big shear there going on right now. And it'll become extra tropical before the next couple of days and head off to the northeast. Top winds now at 85. It's moving to the north-northeast at 20 miles an hour and is going to cause some big surf into Bermuda, but that would be about it. That's the only impact that we're going to see as far as land goes with that, at least for the next few days. 84 degrees, and the humidity, as I alluded to, very low at 43%. The high today warmed to 86, 4 degrees above the average. Our normal high at 82, and the record 91 set back in 2009. This morning's low was pretty much where it's supposed to be, right there around 64 degrees. East winds at 10 knots, so we'll have a light chop on the bays and inland waters. And winds and seas will pick up in advance of that front, especially by Thursday afternoon. They'll be around 15 knots. Right now, we are not anticipating any advisories, but we'll keep an eye on that. So it looks good for Halloween, looks good for Thursday, although we'll see an increase in clouds, a good chance for showers on Friday. And temperatures starting to cool a little bit on Saturday. We'll be into the upper 50s to near 64 degrees on Sunday morning, and a chance for showers again by Sunday afternoon. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. Taking a look at your first alert traffic for the drive home, State Road 70 is a bit backed up heading west near US 301 and also heading east just before the interstate. Scott?
Well, size must not be important when it comes to appraising the value of rocks from the moon, because these 3 tiny moon rocks are expected to fetch up to $1 million at auction next month. According to Sotheby's auction house, they are the only known and documented lunar rocks available for private ownership. They were collected by a Soviet space mission back in 1970. The larger pieces are roughly as thick as the side of a nickel. The smallest ones measure 1 by 1 millimeter. That's smaller than some grains of sand.
Well, do you want to smell like $1 million? The world's most expensive perfume is headed to the U.S. The $1.5 million scent from France comes in a gold-encrusted bottle. The fragrance bottles are personalized for buyers and can take over a year to create. So far, only one has ever been sold. It'll be on exhibit to a select guest list in Los Angeles next month. Pretty fancy.
Not sure that's a good business plan. You can only sell one. We'll see. Entertainment news is next.
Blue 32, Blue 32, hot, hot. It's the Ghetto Gridiron Challenge. The game's on to sell 2,000 vehicles. 12 teams compete for the #1 spot. Score a great deal at every Ghetto dealership. Buy with 0 down. Make no payments for 90 days. Choose from 14 of your favorite brands, all on sale. Who will make it to the end zone? You decide. Rush to a Ghetto location near you or visit Ghetto.com.
Ghetto's got it.
I heard about the Dotoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Dotoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was. I can tell you that you will not find a finer, more professional team of clinicians anywhere in the world.
You want a Maserati, but you need an SUV. Why not have both? Levante, the Maserati of SUVs.
Experience it at Sunset Maserati Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
There are lots of people who are confused about which Medicare plan is right for them.
Hey, that's me. I barely know where to start.
Well, start here with me, Karen. I'm a licensed Humana sales agent.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Karen. I'm John Smith.
Hi, John. At Humana, we know you're unique, so you have different needs from other John Smiths.
Yeah, I've always thought so.
And together, we can find a plan that's right for you.
Great. I go to the doctor a couple of times a year, and I have some prescriptions, but I'm never fully sure of what's covered and what's not.
With Humana's all-in-one Medicare Advantage plans, you get coverage for hospital stays, doctor visits, and Part D prescription drug benefits, all for an affordable and sometimes no monthly plan premium.
Do you have any more information?
Sure. I'll get a decision guide in the mail to you today. They're free.
Finally, someone who understands the real me.
Your health and happiness is important to us. Call or go online now to get your free decision guide. Call a licensed Humana sales agent today.
I'll be right back.
This Southern weekend, we're relaxing on the river in the Georgia Low Country. We'll see how one woman's dream created the South's first public art museum.
You have to really be here to experience it.
We'll drop anchor at a restaurant hidden in the Low Country marshes. And we'll show you how those marshes form an ecosystem completely unique to the South.
So come join the adventure as we explore Savannah, Georgia on the next Southern Weekend.
Sunday at 5 on ABC7.
Grammy Award-winning singer Pharrell Williams is not happy with President Trump.
The artist's lawyer sent the president a cease and desist letter after his song "Happy" was played at one of Trump's rallies. That rally took place hours after the synagogue shooting in Pittsburgh, where 11 people were killed. The letter blasts the president for using the song after such a tragic event and goes on to say he had no permission to do so. Pharrell's attorney says using that song constitutes copyright and trademark infringement.
The Emmy-winning actor who played Mr. Feeney on the ABC sitcom Boy Meets World stopped an attempted burglary at his San Fernando Valley home. 91-year-old William Daniels and his wife, 89-year-old actress Bonnie Bartlett, were in their home Saturday night when someone tried to kick in the back door. TMZ reports Daniels jumped up, turned on the lights, and scared off the intruder. Police believe the attempted burglary was a random act and not tied to the string of recent celebrity break-ins across the city.
Well, it looks like Selena Gomez has lost her Instagram crown. The singer and actress, who's held the title as Instagram's most followed user since 2016, has been officially dethroned by soccer star Cristiano Ronaldo. The drop comes a month after Selena declared she would be taking a social media break. The 26-year-old has not been active on Instagram since September, while Ronaldo shared just 2 new posts today. Interesting.
They want to hear from her.
Wondering where she's doing, where she is and what she's doing.
We'll be right back with more news.